Alright, good morning everybody. Miss C here. I am going to attempt to do these readings. Once again, I have been trying several times to get these readings done, and for whatever reason, my camera died. My record button wasn't recording, but nevertheless, there's been a bunch of shit going on to try to keep me from doing these readings, but I am on it today. We are going to start off fresh. Today is a beautiful Sunday morning, and we are going to get right into it. So let me get my list of readings and questions, and we will get right into this. Alright, so my first question today is going to be from Johnny B. Johnny B-E-E. And the first question is, what could be something that's blocking or helping my artistry? So let's see what the cards can tell Johnny for what is blocking or helping his artistry. Alright, let's see. Which cards are we going to use for that? I think I'm going to start off with these right here. These have been pretty hot lately. So let's see. And these are just oracle cards. And then if we need further clarification within this short read, we will use some other cards. But here we go. Alright, what is blocking your artistry? And I think I'm just, well, there goes one right there. Alright, we're going to put you aside for now. It says right person. Alright, I didn't even get a chance to pull any cards. That one had something to say. Like I said, these right here have been pretty hot lately for me. Well, there we go again. Okay, that's not usually how I pull my cards, but okay, we're going to start with, okay, I was going to pull 3 cards. I got 3 here plus that one. So we're going to start from right here. So, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Alright, so I am using a 3 card spread. Alright, I'm going to change the angle on this camera. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright. Alright, now we're back. Okay, we're back. I just want to change the angle on the camera a little bit. Alright, so look like what we have going on here is, where you are right now is, from according to what the cards are telling me, is that you're not prepared. You're not ready yet. And as you can see here on the card, it says you aren't ready for this step, and crucial elements may have been overlooked. Don't skip the process and miss the lesson that came. Don't skip the process and miss the lessons that come with it. And that is where you are right now. In this reading, that's where you are. You're not prepared yet. That's what's blocking you. It's that you're just not prepared for the next step yet. So it tells me that there's some other things that need to be learned, or other things that need to be added to your toolbox of knowledge and skills or talents or what have you. What is standing in your way, or what is blocking you, is your perspective. This is the block card. Focusing on small details is causing you to miss the broader context. Step back and consider how it will fit into the overall narrative of your life. So that's what's blocking you, is your perspective, how you are looking at the situation. Next step or action that needs to be taken. This is weird, and I'm going to have to do some clarification on this, because the next step of action says grudge. Harboring hatred traps you in the past, anchoring you to the old wounds and preventing progress. Let go with forgiveness to break free from the cycle. So the next thing you need to do is, there's some shit you holding on to, dude, that needs to be let go of. There's some old habits some old thought processes that need to be just basically put in the trash can and sat on the curb for the trash truck to pick it up. That is what your next move is. And that also goes into alignment with this perspective here, which is what is blocking you, is your perspective, how you're looking at things. And how we look at things has a lot to do with things we're holding on to. And a lot of times it is things from our past, things that we were taught, things that we were born into, things that taught us, what we should do, how we should think, things like that. That is what controls I won't say control, that's a strong word. That is what holds us back and keeps us in a certain mindset or thought process. So the next step you need to take is to clean house, basically. And I don't mean clean house. I mean clean your inner house. Go in and find those things, locate those things that are from your past, or things that cause you to have harbor hatred or bad feelings. And we're going to take a look at this this card that just jumped out right at the beginning before I even was able to get any cards. And it says right person. Right person. So there is somebody in your energy, in your vicinity, somebody you've come across. Oh my, and I'm going to use this to clarify grudge as I'm sitting here reading this card. It says nurture this relationship. It holds potential for mutual growth and support for this phase of your journey. Okay, so there is somebody in your energy, and I'm going to put this here as a clarifier. There's somebody in your energy that is the right person for you to help you grow. To help you grow and to move on to this next step. I mean, that's pretty simple right there. That was a easy, short read. It's only been about 8 minutes. I said I was going to give about 10 for each one of these. So, with that being said, I'm going to pull an oracle card just to kind of tie this up and see where this goes. I don't need to pull any tarot cards. Let me see which ones am I going to use for that. Y'all, I got so many cards. Y'all got to give me a minute. Let's see here. This is... Okay, we're going to try these. I definitely have not used these in a minute. And let's see. And then I was actually thinking of something else. But I'm going to try these first. I got a little time here. And I want to just get one card for an overall message for you on this first question here. We're going to make this quick. Alright, general message for Johnny B here. General message. Alright, we just had one. Innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. Well, damn, if that don't go with what we was just talking about, that's your overall energy right there. Innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas, which is what we just freaking said about this, your next step moving forward, is you're going to have to go in and clean house of all that old junk that's keeping you caught up. Well, Johnny B, that is going to be the end of your reading. We're going to move on to the next one. I hope that was helpful for you. Alright, we have a couple of more questions from Johnny B. I should tap into or am in need of in the search for love or companionship right now. Well, Johnny B, I think we kind of just tapped on the answer to that question. There is somebody already in your energy, but I'm going to go ahead on and pull some cards anyway. This should be quick. because right person came out. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use my relationship deck and see what we got going on here. And I think, let's see. All right, Johnny B. Let's see. All right, for that read, let's see which deck I want to use for that. I said I wanted to use the Lovers. But is that what I want to do? No, I think we're going to use these and then we may tap in later with the Lovers deck. All right. All right, so the question is, what is an energy I should tap into or am in need of in the search for love or companionship right now? So you're looking for somebody right now. And as I just said, the right person is in your vicinity right now. Okay, what energy do you need to tap into? All right, we're going to give a little shuffle. Well, there goes one before I got ready. At a fork in the road. Okay, we already know that. We already know that. Your questions are tying together here. You're at a fork in the road. All right, what say you, cards? All right, let's see what they say. We already got the card, the fork in the road. I hope y'all can see that. It says the fork in the road. Fork in the road. And actually, yeah, fork in the road. We're going to keep that as an extra, just like we did the last one. The fork in the road is where you are right now. Let's put that one there like that. Alrighty. Okay, so in this particular spread, this card, community, represents the issues that are surround. Okay. The issue is community. Who? The people you have around you. That is the issue at hand. Oh my. Oh my. So when I tried to do your reading the last time, I got cards that indicated that you have deep knowing, you have very high intuition, and I'm seeing it here yet again several days later. So yeah, okay, let's look at this here. So here is the issue that's going on right now. This is the people that are surrounding you, the people who are in your community. This is community. This is what is around you. That is the issue. And the patterns and behaviors that are influencing your love life is deep knowing. So what I'm getting here is that The people around you know you can peep the bullshit before you see it. You can smell that shit before it get to you. So you have a deep knowing. We have the owl here, and that is knowing. That is wisdom. You can see things. You can feel things. I'm not sure what your intuitive gifts are, or if you're into that and how deep you're into it, but it's in you naturally. That's what's impacting and influencing your love life right now. Whether you have one, trying to build one, my mindset based on the questions at hand is that you are seeking that. And oh wow. Ooh, this gonna be a good one. You might need to get together with me for a little bit more in depth, because this wow. The areas that need growth in order for you to find love is to come to the edge. That is what you need to do. And it ties, oh my goodness, it ties so much to the previous read about your talents. You got to come to the edge. And then it also ties to community, the people that are around you. You got to move around a little bit and go to the edge. Come to the edge. You got to do a little risk taking. This is like, to me, this is like the fool card in the regular tarot deck, where you just got to say, I'm throwing all shit to the wind. I'm doing this. I feel this inside. And that goes right in alignment with this deep knowing that I'm going to do this. I don't care who with me, who against me. I'm doing this. This is where you need growth. Get out of the fear. Get out of the fear. Look at things from a different perspective. That is what this is telling you here. Areas that you need, areas that you need to change, or areas that you need to process in order to find love. And did I not tell you that you just had intuitive gifts in this position right here, deep knowing? And this is the card that is saying enchanted gifts. You see it right there, enchanted gifts. That is straight up intuitive gifts. Whether you go into tarot reading, whether you start doing numerology, or any combination of any types of gifts that you may have, that is the work that you need to do right here. This card right here. This is where your work is right here. You need to start cultivating in this area. And when you start cultivating in this area, everything will fall into place. And according to what you really need to, in addition to this, you need to focus in on your yin, which is feminine left side energy. Yin is left side. That's the cool. This is actually also tying into psychic abilities, intuition, things like that. That is the yin. The yang, and it's also the feminine side. So, and we all have feminine and masculine in it. So let's not get it twisted, y'all. This is just that side of the energy. In order for you to be a balanced person, you need both yin and yang in your life, in your energy at all times. That's how you stay balanced. That's why everything's so fucked up right now, because we got too much of one side going. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother conversation. But we need balance. We need both. We need hot and cold. We need female and male activating at the same time to stay balanced. But this card in this position is area that you need to be liberated within yourself to allow love into your life. So you're going to have to tap a little bit more into the left side, left brain, yin side of your life. Well, this, I mean, I could go on a little bit here with this, but I think this has answered your question. And I'm going to also use this fork in the road card here because we know, and I mean, looking here, this looks like Alice in Wonderland. And if you look here, we got an owl right here. This, I don't know if this is a reindeer or what this is, but we got an owl right here sitting on his back. And did we not just have an owl in this deep knowing card right here? So these energies tie together right here. And we got the monkey right here on the top. Y'all know the monkey mind, them flying monkeys up here saying, no, go this way, go that way. But didn't I just tell you right here that you needed to step out on the edge? Quit letting people tell you what the hell to do and pick your own decision, pick your own route. And I do believe in your previous question, perspective was there. So the fork in the road, you are in a fork in the road. This community of people, and I don't know, this could be friends, this could be family, I don't know, this could be co-workers, whatever, but they are influencing you a lot, and you're going to have to stand on the edge a little bit, step out on your own shit, do what you need to do, because you at the fork in the road. You got to make a decision which way you going to go, and I am going to leave it there because I think your question has been answered, Johnny B. So I am going to, this is going to be the end of your reading here. I hope this has been helpful for you. All right, we are moving on to the next question. This is another question sent in by Johnny B, B-E-E. How do I move from passion to sustainable success? How do I move from passion to sustainable success? All right, so we're going to do a quick read on this one for Johnny B. All right. So let's see, what cards are we going to use first here? We are talking about career, and I know these cards here are career cards. So we're going to start off with these. I don't know. I think I may want to clarify with these here, so we're going to put these here, but I want to do some regular tarot here because I've been using oracle cards. I want to see, and then we'll clarify with some oracle cards. Now y'all, sometimes I take my cards in reverse, and sometimes I feel like the cards will tell you what is going on without having to read the cards in reverse, but I will let you know when I am doing the reading, not as I'm going, whether or not I'm going to accept the reverses or not. That's just how I do it. I'm a little different here now. Alright, so what say you, cards? Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, Johnny B, this is your spread right here. Let's see what it's trying to tell us here. Okay, Johnny B, B-E-E, this is a, this has come out, oh goodness, I gotta say this, my voice was fine, but this is, yeah, I'm just gonna say off the rip, there are some changes that need to be made. Because your question is, how do I move from passion to sustainable success? Now, is your current path what you truly desire? That's this card here. This is the Knight of Cups. And I'm going to say, based on this card, you're not sure. I think you're at a fork in the road, And I say that because you are not, this is not a card of moving forward quickly or moving forward with position. If you look at the demeanor of this horse and of this knight riding the horse, this horse has its head down, like you're going toward, think about in a movie when you're going towards like somebody of high stature. You kind of put your head down. You don't want to look at them right in their eyes. And you're like, here, I'm offering this. Please let me. So I would say, based on the demeanor of this card, this Knight of Swords, that you are not sure of your current career path. And in this position, this Knight of Cups is indicating or asking the question, is your current career path what you truly desire? And I'm not sure that you are sure, but we're going to keep reading because it's like you're trying to step into something, but you're not sure. And the fact that looking at this horse, you're just, and if looking at his face, you want to move forward with quickness, but you're not sure. You're not sure if your current career path is what you truly desire. And actions you can take to move forward. Now, look here. This is your current path that you're not sure of. And this action you can take to advance your career, which is the page. So you went backwards. This is going forward. This is going in the opposite direction. This is a knight. This is a page. So what this is saying to me is step back for a minute, because this page is offering a cup in the opposite direction. But there is something in this page's cup, though. There's nothing in this knight's cup. All right, but moving on, this is just a short read. I'm trying to go in too much in detail because there is so much here. Oh my goodness, there is so much here. But I'm going to try to keep this brief. Again, moving forward. What you cannot change about your career path is you got to rest. You need rest. You need time to rejuvenate. You cannot change that about whatever career path that you are on. You cannot change that. You got to take time for yourself to get rejuvenated. You cannot change that. And the current view that you have of your own career path is the Page of Wands. So you see yourself in like a, I won't say an infant stage, because a page is like a young, just getting started. You see your current self as you're still trying to prep, still trying to get things ready. That's where you see yourself in your career. Personal changes, that would help you in your career is to hang on to what you got and to be confident in what you have. Now, this, I don't know who this is, but this is the Queen of Wands. And in this position, this card is representing past issues that affect your present performance in your career. What I will tell you, this is a female. I'm not sure who it is, but it is a female. Very creative. Might even potentially be intuitive, because the black cat is here. And that is someone who, you know, the black cats are like watchers. They're like, they see things that may not be visible in the 3D or to the natural eye. So there is some, I don't know if it's patterns of traditions or ways of thinking or perspectives that this person is this female or female energy is giving you, but it is, like something you learned early on, because this is from the past issues. This is what is affecting how you are doing right now. And this card right here really threw me in this position, because it says the results, if you follow the guidance that was just given to you in these cards, you're going to be working hard. You're going to always feel like, I'm always trying to help the little guy. I'm always carrying the load, and I'm tired of fighting. That is what this is. So because that card is in this position, we are going to clarify definitely this card right here. And give me 1 second. I'm going to get my charms, because I think that will add to this reading. So I'm going to pause right here. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. I'm back. I got my charms. As I told y'all, I use all kinds of stuff to do my readings, all kinds of divination tools. But I'm going to pull a couple of charms here. I need clarification on this Nine of Wands, which is hard working, and we don't want that to be. We need to know what that means. What that means for his guidance, for Johnny's guidance. All right. All right, so we got, I think that is, let me see, what is that? I know this right here is 98. We got a lot of 8s here. 8 is success. 8, let's see, 17, and this is actually breaks down to a 9. I'm sorry, to a 8. So 9 plus 8 is 17. That's 8. This is, oh, my. That is an 11. My. I don't remember what that 128 is, so let me look and see what 128 is. Oh, that's a Pisces. Okay, before I speak, I'm going to continue. Okay, so I just said that this represents female energy. So there is a Pisces. This is a Pisces. I asked for clarification here. And the bus means travel, and this is actually a school bus, because I think there's more than one bus in this. I hope y'all can see that and see the number there. This is a bus, and it represents travel or going back to school. And I just said, and I say this is actually for this card, because I just said it goes to things you learned early on, traditions or things that you were taught. And here we got a school bus saying travel, which is movement, going back to school. This is learning. So this right here is, this, oh my, this is, this female energy that's in this position that is affecting your present performance is a Pisces. And the fact that this bus is here is telling me that whatever you've been learning or accepting or dealing with from this person, it's time to move away from that mindset. I'm not saying move away from that person, but move away from that mindset or whatever the thoughts or opinions or guidance. I won't say guidance, that's too strong. Whatever energy, to keep this short, and because I've been on this too long, like I said, it is a lot here. Whatever energy you have been picking up from a female Pisces in your life, whether it be a friend, it's a female, no doubt. It is a female. because this Queen of Wands is here. This is not feminine energy. This is a female. You're going to have to find an alternative way of looking at things. You got to, and the fact, like I said, the school bus is here. You're going to have to go back to school on that one. And then, but I was trying to get clarification on this Nine of Wands, because what I'm seeing here, and I'm just stepping outside of the spread, what I'm seeing here is this is causing you to be in a continual fight. And you're just tired of fighting. And if you look at this dude right here, he like, damn, how much more do I need to do? I'm sick of this shit now. I'm tired of fighting. I'm trying to get my shit together. And every time I turn around, I'm over here dealing with some old bald-headed whole shit from somebody else. But anyway, this reading there's a lot here. Let me get clarification on this on this career path right here, because I can go on right here because there's so much here. You might need to reach out to me yet again. I think I said that in one of your other questions, but I'm going to see if I can get one or two more charms on this Nine of Wands now. I'm trying to get on this Nine of Wands now. Show me the Nine of Wands. All right, and if y'all wondering what I'm doing, I've got a little velvet bag here, and I got my charms in it. So I just reach my hand in there, and whatever shakes out, that's what I pull out and throw on the table. If it stays in my hand, I just throw it on there. All right, what we got here? And and the fact that the yes card came out, that's like, goddamn Sharon, you sure right. You just told the damn truth. What I just said, these charms, like I said, and here's my little bag, y'all. And my charms are inside. This just came out right here. So this is clarifying, yes, what I just told you was the truth. Okay, so we got yes, 107. Again, I told you there's 8, there's 11, and there's also an 8 in this 28. And I'll be damned, here we got 107, which breaks down to an 8. There's another damn 8. So I know I'm telling you the truth. And here's the other charm that came out. And if you look right there, it's 71. There's another damn 8. So your success is here, dude. You're just gonna have to change some shit you doing. So the answer is yes, and I think that's an oak tree leaf right there, which is growth. I think no, that's what I say, an oak tree. I said an oak tree. That's a damn shit, maple. That's a maple tree leaf right there. As clarification on this Nine of Wands. And I'm looking here at the clarification for this actual thing, and it says, and I'm looking at it right here, and it says shedding the old. And damn it, ain't that what I just told you needed to do right here? Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna get one more card for clarification on this. Let's see what we gonna use here. Let me see here. What's in there? I'm going to have to get better organized here in my little spot. Yeah, y'all, I'm in a new little spot. So, okay, what are these? Right here, Cosmic, we're going to use this one. I'm going to give you an overall message here, Johnny, because I know I just answered your question, shit. I know I just answered your question. So, I'm going to get you a little message here from the message of Cosmic Oracle cards. So I'm just going to pull a card here after I shuffle a little bit and let something jump out. Y'all know these cards be doing what they want to do sometimes. So I'm going to just pull a card and give you an overall message to close out, because your question has been fully answered. So we just going to pull a card. Alright, what say you? Alright, remember. Oh, shit. If this don't connect, remember that you can't change anybody but yourself. There it is right there. Alright, so your question has been answered. I don't think there is anything else that can be said here. So we just going to exit stage left and close this out. This is the end of your reading. I hope it has been helpful for you. Alrighty, what we gonna do for this one? This is actually a reading or a question for the collective. I generally don't do those, but since it came from an individual, I will do my best to answer the question. What is something the collective can aim towards for a better future with everything going on right now? Okay, we're going to start out with tarot since this is a general a reading for the general public. So we're going to use the tarot on this one as well. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. What does the collective, something the collective can aim towards for a better future with everything going on? All right. Now, that should not be turned over in there. All right, what say you, cards? I'm going to put you over there. Okie dokie. All right. Well, what I can say here is in the current situation, the light is being shined on a lot of things. A lot of things are getting ready to start anew. And I know that to be true just because of this is what I do. That is the present situation. So that is a good sign. The light, all of the shit that's been under the couch, under the rug, hiding behind the curtain, all that shit is being brought to the light, and new is being brought into light. But the obstacles and the cause and effect of this present situation, and this is the Judgment card. Judgment is being called on all of the bullshit that's been done for all these years. That's what's going on right now. Now I know I'm taking a little bit to get there, but we gonna get there. I want to show you how we gonna get to what the final outcome is gonna be. Now the changes needed in order to face the challenges ahead is we're going to have to be creative. All the shit that's going on right now got to go by the wayside. We got to start with some new stuff. The Ace of Wands is new ideas, new perspective, new creations having to be done, new ways of thinking, new ways of processing things. The old order has to go by the wayside. This is what needs to be done. The changes that are needed in order for us to face what we're currently in is we need some new, more so than anything, new thought processes. The way we've been looking at the world, the way we've been looking at people, the way we've been looking at situations, the way we look at work, the way we look at earning money, the way we do things, that all has to become new. And here's the old house back here. This is the old shit right here. You see how broken down that castle looked back there. Okay, so we got to bring some new stuff forward. All right, I'm going to keep this real short and simple. Like I said, I generally don't do collective readings. I do individual readings because when I throw my seeds out, I want my seeds to come up on some fertile ground, some ground where the individual that I'm answering their question, that is their question, and you don't have to go digging through the bushes trying to figure out, oh, is that for me or is that for somebody else? I don't know. Is that part sounds good? So I do readings differently. So, but anyway, that's a topic for another day. All right, moving on. Strengths or what is helping. Okay, so what is helping is a lot of people, and I know this because of what I do, a lot of people are saying, I don't want that old bullshit no more. He's sitting there with his arm folded. He said, I want something different. And we just said right here with this Ace of Wands that that's what we need to do. And this because there is a person in this card doing this, this is what a large part of the collective is doing. Is saying, I'm sick of this bullshit. I don't want no more of that pissy cup you trying to give me. I want something different. So that is the strength, or what is helping us to move forward into something better. Now, other challenges or weaknesses, and I'm going to say here that it is a challenge or a weakness, is because this is the Chariot. And the Chariot moves forward. The Chariot is a victory. The Chariot races in and gets shit done. That is what the challenge is that the collective is having, is that we still sitting on our ass. We ain't got up and said, okay, we sick of this bullshit. You got your arms folded, sitting down. You see, he's sitting under the tree. I'm sick of this bullshit. I don't want no more of that. I don't want no more of them pissy cups y'all been trying to sell us, trying to give us, trying to get us into. And this is the weakness, or the challenge, is that it's time to get up from under this tree with your arms folded, get up off from your ass, and let's make this shit happen. That's the problem. We still sitting down, because in this Chariot card, this is somebody standing up saying, you either move your ass out the way, I'm gonna roll over you. But we on the move, and we going to success. Now the final outcome is going to be, this is the Knight. This is a major arcana, though. This is telling us what we need to do to get here. This horse is ready to go. He got his armor on. He got his wand in his hand. He said, y'all, let's go. He said, I may not be the OG on the block, because a knight is not an older person. A knight is a young, middle-aged, ready to get some shit done type brother right here. And that is going to be the final outcome for the collective, is that we are going to get up. But the thing that we need to do is we need to get up. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired as the collective. We just have not got up and done the necessary movement to get some shit done. But we will get it done. We just ain't there yet. So that, I'm going to leave it right there. I don't think I need to say anything else. It's just time for us to get up and get off our ass and get some shit done. That's the message right there. Quit sitting with your arms folded. Get up off your ass. That's what we need to do. That's the message for the collective. All right, so that's going to be the end of the reading for you, Johnny B. And I think, actually, that's your last one. So I'm going to end it right there. I hope this was helpful for you. All right, our next question is going to be from codename Shady. All right, codename Shady asks, should the male I have been talking to at work, initials NS, be trusted? All right, codename Shady. Let's see what cards we're going to use for that. All right, we're going to go back to these, because these been pretty hot. All right, codename Shady. Here's the answer to your question. Should this male on your job with the initials NS be trusted? Let's see, what say you, cards? I think this should be pretty short. And, well, there goes one right there. Grudge, harboring hatred, trapped in the past, anchoring you to the old wounds and preventing progress. Let go with forgiveness. Woo! To break free from the cycle. And that just popped out right there. Poor investment. So my answer to you, codename Shady, is no. It says this is a poor investment. This venture. This venture. Now, come on out of there. That was another one flipped over right here. And then this just fell in my lap. So I'm going to call it. So we were here. Poor investment. This venture will drain your resources without yielding worthwhile returns. Redirect your efforts to more aligned opportunities. So pretty much every card that has come out here is indicating that this person should not be trusted. And after that, this card popped out. Risk versus reward. The risk outweigh the potential rewards. Be realistic while weighing the pros and cons of this individual. And then this fell in my lap. Anger. Fury has consumed your energy and clouded your judgment. Reclaim control by directing your energy towards happiness instead of clinging to past wounds. Now, I think one of these cards did already mention, yes, grudge. It mentioned past old wounds. Yeah, anchoring you to old wounds and preventing progress. So, I don't know what else needs to be said, but I just turned over the bottom of the deck here and says lack of accountability. Now, this is a pretty damn big deck of cards now. Y'all, and all these cards just jumped out for this individual, whoever this NS is. I think I got that right. Whoever this NS is lacks accountability. Blaming external factors or other people for your problems is preventing you from taking constructive actions on your role to begin resolving your dilemma. So this came out for this person. So I don't think I need to go any further here. Code name Shady. This person is a hot garbage mess and a piece of work that needs to be avoided at all costs because they're holding a grudge. They're a poor investment. Their risk versus reward, the risk outweigh any rewards that you may gain by being connected with this person. I think you need to cut this. I ain't gonna say that. I think you need to cut them off like hot karate, and just let them roll on down the road. Just cut, like they say, it's time to cut a bitch off, and I think that's really what you need to do right here. They got anger issues. And they lack accountability. So you put anger with lack accountability, baby, and you got a recipe for some hot, nasty soup. So, with that being said, code name Shady, that was real quick and easy. So you might want to steer clear of this individual. You said it was a male? Yeah, you need to move on around from that right there. This is the end of your reading. I hope this has been helpful to you. All right, moving on. We are ready for the next reading. Let's see who we got here. We got JFD Dallas. Ooh, I don't know what your question is going to be, JFD from Dallas, but not wanting to be able to get out what I'm trying to say here. Okay, JFD Dallas. Am I on the right track at this time in my life? And what does the universe want me to continue doing? All right, that's what FD Dallas said. Okay, let's see what we're going to do for FD Dallas. What? You know what? Since these cards right here been so hot, we're going to use these bad boys again. We're going to use these again. We're going to use these again. And since that's am I on the right track at this time in my life? Are you on the right track? And we're going to kind of break that up into two questions because that's a little, that's more than one question in one. So are you on the right track? And you know what? I think I'm going to use, hold on, we're going to come back with them. We might use it for the second part of the question, but we're going to use these charms. Let's pull a few charms for FD Dallas. FD Dallas want to know, is he on the right track? Is he on the right track? I guess, I don't know, FD. Alright, so we got 19, the frog. We got the phone, 32. And we got a, look like a teapot, 25. Can y'all see that? 19 frog. 32 on the phone. Call me on the phone, baby. Let's have some tea. And 25 on the teapot. I guess that's a teapot. It could be a coffee pot. I don't know. Let me see if I can get a little bit better view on that till we get ready to move. I think y'all can see that. Okay. If not, then I'll hold them up to the camera if I need to. Alright. So, 19 is the frog. And I know that this charm is everything is not as it seems. It's like you may be thinking you got a prince or a princess, but it's actually a frog. And 19, and that is a 1. And the telephone, somebody's calling. Somebody's trying to get your attention. And then this teapot, I don't know, maybe company. But let me take a look here. But yeah, like I said, don't be fooled by appearances. And your question is, are you on the right track at this time? The frog is, don't be fooled by your appearances. Or it could be a diamond in the rough. Something that is actually a diamond may not look like a diamond. Or somebody that looks like a prince may actually be a frog. So this is just, don't be fooled by appearances here. And then expect, like I said, somebody's calling. This is it, expect somebody to call. Are you on the right track? Now we're going to have to clarify these, because his question is, am I on the right track? And that is a teapot. Friendship, confiding with a loved one, comfort and joy. So that is the teapot. So one of these do indicate that comfort and joy is here. So you on the right track. But something on your path is not what it appears to be. And I think somebody might be going to call and tell you what that is. That's what I'm seeing right there. Now, I don't know. But let's see if these cards here can tell me a little something. Clarify this frog. Clarify this frog. Everything is not what it appears to be. All right, clarify this frog here. That is not what it appears to be. Please clarify. Aligned. This path is in harmony with your core values and long-term goals. Allow things to flow organically and happen as they will. All right, well that's a sign you headed in the right direction. All right, JFD Dallas. Okay, now this I wasn't meaning for that to fall off, but let's see what it says. All right, fear of power. Okay, it's clarifying this telephone here. Somebody is going to call you and let you know about something. Power has been quietly developing inside of you. Here we go again, y'all. Is developing inside of you, waiting to be claimed. But fear is stopping you. It's time to own your strength and unleash your magic. Oh my, well that sounds like that's going to need some clarification there, because I just felt like you might have some intuitive gifts that you have either been too afraid to tap into, or something has been blocking you from operating in those intuitive gifts. But somebody is about to something, I won't say somebody, but something, because this telephone, somebody calling, doesn't necessarily have to be a person on a physical telephone. It could be something in your life is going to occur to cause you to have to tap into whatever this is here. And it's kind of like, you're afraid, you got a gift, but you're afraid. But then some situation happens, like a situation happens in your life and nobody else is there, and you are forced to just jump off that edge and go. Let's say somebody's hurt and nobody else is around, and you're scared shitless to do anything about it, but you know inside of you that you could help, but you're scared. But because nobody else is there or nobody else is willing to do anything, you jump right into action. And then when you get done, it's like that phone call came because you jumped in. That was your phone call. And you saved the day. And you look at yourself and you be like, well, damn, how did I do that? I didn't know I had that in me. That's what this is right here. Fear of your power. You got some untapped in power right there. In there. JFD Dallas. You got some untapped in stuff going on for you, player. You shit in the times we in. We need all of the power that's in somebody. We need that shit to be operating. We don't need no shit sitting up under the shade tree. Now these two just rolled off the top, so I'm gonna go on and take them. To clarify this coffee pot. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, teapot. Okay. So this is comfort, lost faith. The weight of the world feels heavy, and you may feel alone, but you have allies. Others share your beliefs. Don't let despair win. Didn't we just talk about that right here with this fear of your power and this teapot? And the teapot told us there's comfort and joy there. On that number 25, that's a 7, which is opportunity. And 7, confiding with loved ones, comfort and joy and friendship. So that's what this teapot is. Like I said earlier when I first pulled these, is somebody gonna call you, for tea. And this is friendship right here. But don't get in despair. Don't lose your faith. It's somebody out there that believes like you do and understand this hidden power that you have here. Failure, anxiety. You are afraid that you are going to fail. That's why this fear of your power is here. Man, I'm just going to say right up in through here. Listen, don't lose the faith. You got everything you need right within you. Hidden magic, hidden power right here. You are aligned on this path. You on the right path. But on that path, there are some things that you have already inside of yourself. You don't need to go looking for them. They already in you. You just have lost faith that you can access them. And you're also afraid to access them about what people around you are going to say. Or they're going to say you don't know what you're talking about. I know more about this than you do. And that's what this failure anxiety is. Avoiding failure also means avoiding success. Damn it, didn't I just say that? I just said that. You're stuck in planning mode and your potential is locked away. Success is achieved by trying. So I'm going to tell you, JFD Dallas, get off in your ass. Look within. Spend some time with yourself in some comfort and joy. Sipping some tea, sitting by the creek, doing whatever it is you do. Because the situation is going to occur that is going to cause you. That's what this telephone is. It's like an alarm. There is something that's going to happen that's going to force you to tap into this thing that's inside of you, this power that you have. So yes, you are on the wrong track. You are on the right track. But there are some things that you need to do on that track to take you to the next level of success. And I think, let's see, your question was, am I on the right track at this time in my life? And the answer is yes. And what does the universe want me to continue doing? Well, damn it, I thought I was going to have to split up the question and do 2 questions. But it's right here. Yeah, I just told you what you need to do. Tap into what you already got inside of you. I don't think I need to say anything else here. But I'm going to go ahead on and pull one of these oracle cards so I can give you a little inspiration before I go for the day. But let's see. Let's give some inspiration for JFD Dallas. What can we give him to round out his his reading here? JFD Dallas. And y'all may say he when I mean she, or she when I say he. I'm just, whatever comes to my mind, that's what I'm saying. So if I'm getting it wrong, y'all please forgive me. Okay, I guess we don't have no message for JFD Dallas, because ain't nothing coming out here. Because I think I pretty much covered everything here, what you need to be doing. You got some untapped into gifts that we need right now. So anybody that's got these gifts and ain't on some old stupid shit, well, there we go. There's one right there. We need you at work. We need you on your post right now, because it's a lot of shit going on right now. They don't want to pull that curtain back all the way and let us see what's back there. But what they don't know is we already know what's back there. But anyway, let's see what's on this card for you. Do something kind for someone without any expectations. Well, there's some work for you to do right there, because Paying forward always brings blessings. Paying forward, doing something for somebody without any expectations, just doing it because I wanted to do it. Okay, well, that has been the end of your reading, JFD Dallas. So I'm going to end your reading there. I hope this was helpful for you. All right, so we got our next question here. It is from Nicole. And Nicole says, I recently, past year and a half, started a new business with a business partner. Currently working my old career still, and at times both can be very time consuming and demanding. Popping back and forth can be a struggle, and I'm trying to figure out where I am best suited to direct my energy for optimal success. Okay, so that is Nicole. Okay, Nicole, let's see here. We're talking about career, so all right, so we're gonna start off here with these oracle cards, and then we're gonna clarify with these career path cards if need be. As I said, I want to keep these short and brief. If y'all want anything in more detail, you're welcome to contact me, and I will leave my email and my website location. Although I do want to let y'all know I am going to be making some changes on my website, so that's why I'm going to give my email out just in case things are down when you decide that you want to book a reading with me. Alright, so I will have all of that at the end of this video, because I got a lot of things moving and shaking right now that I'm trying to get going. So just be patient, because I just walked through hell with gasoline draws on in my personal life. I ain't going to get into that, but damn it, I'm here. And I ain't rocking in a rocking chair nowhere like they hoped I would be, waiting to be hauled off to the sanitarium. I'm still here. I'm still alive and kicking, baby, and I am grateful. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. All right, Nicole. You want to know what to do about your career and these two things you've got going on. So, all right, we just had that come out, pop out. Let's see, what is that? Chaos and conflict. My. Well, it sounds like you got some chaos and conflict going on. You're trying to figure out where I am best suited to direct my energy for optimal success. Chaos and conflict going on. All right, so we had that jump out. So we're going to go ahead on, what say you, cards? We're going to go ahead on, we're going to pull a few cards here and see what is the message for you, Nicole. All right. Put this, ooh, I got too many things here. Ooh. Well, oh my. All right. So we had chaos up here at the top. We had that jump out here. Chaos and conflict. Well, child, these two careers you got going on, they ripping the hide right off from your ass right here. With all of the chaos going on with that. I'm just going to say that right out the gate because that card jumped out first. What are you passionate about? Well, here we go. You're not sure. You're not sure. But if you look closely, you can figure it out if you put your mind to it. That owl is there with the wisdom, so you have the wisdom to figure it out. But then you got this monkey here saying, go here, go this way, go that way. Okay, so you're at a fork in the road. You're not sure what you're passionate about. You're not sure. But what are you good at? Oh my. Well, my, time to go. Well, according to this card in this position, what you're good at is determining when it is time to go. You are at a fork in the road. You are good at, and I just said that owl is on the back of this reindeer or whatever this, the llama or whatever this is right here. It looked like they got the horns tied onto it. So that's a llama looking like a I just noticed that. Oh my goodness. That's a llama. Oh, a fork in the road. So you aren't sure what you even looking at, cause this, and I see the little thing around the llama's neck where they got the little reindeer horns or whatever that is on his head tied around his neck. So that ain't no reindeer. I think I said in in another reading that was a reindeer. That's a llama. But anyway, you are at a fork in the road. And according to this card layout, you are very good at determining when it's time to leave some shit alone. So, you know what to do. That owl is on that llama's back. You know what to do. Okay, but let's keep, like I said, these are short readings. If you want to go any further, feel free to contact me. But, let's move on. How to combine these two? Well, in that position, it's a never-ending story. So the never-ending story means, oh, Lord, we're doing this again? So I would say, I'm going to get clarification on this, but I would say probably they're not going to be combinable very good. And I'm looking here at this little heart underneath this table right here. And it's got yes, no, love. It's like a little spin the little arrow thing and see what it lands on. This is a never-ending story trying to combine, which would tell me that you're going to always be trying to combine these things, but they cannot be combined because they don't go together. So again, you know when it's time to go. You know when a decision needs to be made. So you know what you need to do. All right, so let's move on to the next position, which is how to make this happen. Come to the edge. I think come to the edge has a lot to do with knowing when it's time to go. Come to the edge. You're going to have to come to the edge on this. Something got to be uprooted. Something is, you got to make a choice here. And then the advice for this path is to go the distance. But going the distance, as I just said with this chaos card right here, if you look at this cheetah going the distance, you see he losing part of his ass cheeks right there while he running. He going the distance, but he losing part of himself. Go the distance is the advice for this path. But then at the same time, chaos and conflict is here. And chaos and conflict can mean, you know, that it's just shit going on all the time. But it can also mean that you're never able to get a good, smooth process for how you're going to go back and forth between these. And it creates conflict because, let's say, for instance, you're always late because you was over here late. Or you forgot this because you had to stop over here at this place. And so there's never a smooth flow between the two things. But we're going to do clarification here on this come to the edge. And we're going to use these career cards here since we're talking about career. But I think you know what you need to do. But we're going to see what the cards say here. Let's get clarification on this. First, let's do how to combine these. We got never-ending story. How to combine these two. One's with a business partner and your old business or your old career, and then a new business with a partner. So let's see. Let's clarify this card right here. Never-ending story, which is how to combine these two. Okay. Well, that just didn't really jump out, but it just kind of slid out. And that one just fell on the floor. All right. Power position is what came out for clarification here. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. Okay, that is clarifying a never-ending story. And let's see what fell on the floor here. Just 1 second. I'm going to pause for a second. All right. We back. So, the other card that fell out is in the flow. The universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Now, I think this card actually goes in alignment with this one right here. Knowing when it's time to go. Knowing when it's time to go. But we're going to leave it here where it came out. Never ending story. As how to tie the two together. You are getting some help somehow. Alright, so let's get clarification on this coming to the edge. Coming to the edge. And in that position, coming to the edge is how to make this happen. How to make this combining these two careers happen. And it says you got to come to the edge. But at the same time, while you coming to the edge, you got to go the distance. Okay, coming to the edge, clarification is progress. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. Well, damn it, you can't get too much more specific than that. Coming to the edge, hang in there for a few more months. And then we already said that combining these two right here, you was getting help. And that you're being promoted or called to lead. So some type of advancement is coming for you. But you're just going to have to hang in there for a little while longer. And the universe is sending you some help. So, I don't know what that help is going to be. Maybe the cards will tell us, all right, clarification on this go the distance. But hang in there for a few more months according to what these cards are telling me. My cards are telling me, and I trust my cards. So, if you trust them, great. But that's your answer right there. All right, we just had another one pop out. All right. And we got innovation here. Fell on the floor. Innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. Okay, so that is how you are going to go the distance. That is how you're going to go the distance. Now, when you get there, like I said, you might have one of your ass cheeks missing, but you're going to get there. But when you get there, you're going to have some help because the universe is sending you some help. Tap into your inner powers and go deeper and create. And we just got innovation said you're going to have to create some new stuff. So I think your question has been answered. Hang in there for a few more months. The universe is working some things out for you. Coming to the edge. I think I have answered your question, Nicole, about what you need to do. There are some things in the works that you may not see at this time that are coming to help you. I don't know if it's going to be in a person or it's going to be a change in leadership at the company where you are partnering up with, or your old career is going to have some changes, and maybe you may get promoted there or move to another location or position or what have you. But there are some things that are working behind the scenes that you may not be able to see that are going to help you make the decision about what you need to do and how you need to proceed. So hang in there for a few more months, because as I said, you are at a fork in the road, and that is clear by your question. But what you are good at is knowing when it's time to go, basically when to move on and when to do something different. So I think I have answered your question, but I'm going to give you some inspiration. I'm going to pull one of these oracle messages for you to close out and kind of tie up the loose ends, just to give you some encouraging words for your reading before we go. Like I said, if you'd like to go further, anybody, just give me a call. And there goes the message there. Let's see what that says. It says, you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Okay, so with that being said, I just said there's some things going on behind the scenes that you may not know about. And some of those things may involve forgiveness of something. So whoever that pertains to in your life, just let it go. I mean, the forgiveness ain't got nothing to do with them, and it doesn't mean you need to contact them and say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgive you, or whatever. You do that shit within yourself. And because you have to let go. Even when you say the words to somebody, I forgive you. If you truly don't forgive them inside, you still carrying that shit around with you. So whatever this means for you, whatever this is that you need to let go of, do it for you. You may not even need to see this person, contact this person. Do it within yourself and let that shit go, so your innovation, your progress, and all that shit can move forward. Well, Nicole, I hope that answered your question. That is going to be the end of your reading, and I hope it was helpful. How many more I got to go? All right, we're moving on to the next question. This question is for Pat L. And Pat L has a few questions here, but it does look like a few of them are aligned and connecting, so we may be able to answer some of the questions in the previous questions. But the first question says, how can I improve my connection with my own intuition? And you only have your intuition, so how can I improve my connection with my intuition? So we're going to start off with some oracle cards here. All right, now let's see, what can we tell Pat L? What can we tell Pat L about connecting with her? All right, now we got two cards here. We got that just kind of popped out, to the sea. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Round and round. Oh my, to the sea, round and round. Just popped out. That is a 7. That's 2 sevens. That's 7. And 2 plus 5 is 7. So we got 7, 7 here. Okay, so 7 is significant here. Okay, so that's going to lead me to do something that I have not done today. So give me one moment. I'm going to pause right here. All right. Now, I have not gotten a double number. I've gotten double numbers with another number, but I have not gotten a double number today. So if I'm going to read from a tarot reader by the name of Shady. She has a book called Guided Light, and I'm going to read her random message 7 and see if it will shed any light onto Pat L's question, because I got a double number here. Let me get my question back here. So Pat L wants to know, how can I improve my connection with my own intuition? And I'm going to read this. This is an image of her book. And I'm going to read that random message 7 before we proceed here. And it says, patience is a valuable quality. Although it might feel like growth is slow, use this waiting period to maintain a positive energy and create loving memories. Keep your vision clear, as divine timing is working to manifest your desires. At the same time, let go of anything or anyone that weighs you down. Avoid clinging to situations out of fear or abandonment or loneliness. Instead, step back and allow any unstable foundations to fall away. Embrace solitude as an opportunity to calm your fears and focus on thriving, so you'll be ready to welcome blessings when they come. Now that is random message 7 from Shady Zane's book Guided Light, and I think that is very, very connected to what your question is. And I think it's patience that is required at this time, and sitting back and going into yourself, letting go of things that don't belong, letting go of things that are outdated and weighing you down, keeping your vision clear. and going into solitude to calm any fears that you may have. But I'm going to go ahead on here and see if there's anything else I can give you on that. How can she and how can Pat L, well, before I could get the card shuffle, one already jumped out. Just a minute, let me get that. Well now, how can you improve your connection with the intuition? And this is the card that came out. It says lack of commitment. Hesitation and half-hearted efforts are limiting your success. Find a path you can fully commit to and jump in with both feet for increased success. There it is right there. I don't think I need to go any further on that, because with the random message 7 and then these two cards right here that jumped out right at the beginning, to the sea, this is solitude. She in this bathtub out here on the water. She's in solitude. That's what this random message 7, and I'm going to put these down here because these going to be our cards right here. Okay, so her, the random message 7 explained it all. I mean, go into solitude. Keep your vision clear. Go into solitude. Let things fall away from you that don't belong. Calm your fears. And if anything will give you calm, it's a bath, baby. In this bathtub. And look, it's got the binoculars here so you can see. Didn't it just say keep your vision clear? And then it's got the arrow here pointing you in what direction you need to go. But your issue here is, in order for you to get more clarity about your intuition, is you got to commit wholeheartedly. Jump in with both feet. If you serious about this thing, you're going to have to be on this 24/7, baby. Okay, and then this round and round, we've been here before. That's what this card right here tells me. You've been here before. Round and round we go. Okay, I want to do this. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. But you never stop on anything. You just keep darting from one thing to the other and not staying committed. And I'm going to say that probably comes from looking at other people and seeing what they're doing instead of going into solitude and finding your own lane, finding your own vein, your own thing that is for you. When you see something, you're like, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, that looked good. Then you hop over here, and that's how we get this round and round we go. Round and round and round. Okay? So I don't think I need to pull another dang card, because I think your question was answered right there, Pat L. So we're going to end it right there. I hope this has been helpful for you. This is the end of your reading. All right, moving on. We have another question here from Pat L. What is the next step in my life path, and how can I align with it? Okay, so basically in a nutshell, this question is asking what is the next step in my life path and how can I align with it? All right, what cards are we going to use for that? You know what? We're going to use these oracle cards again, because I don't know. We're going to use these again. What is the next step in your life path and how can you align with it? Pat L wants to know. Next step in your life path. And I'm assuming you're talking about your life path, meaning just your life, and not like, your life path number, things like that. So we're just going to go from the perspective of your life. Okay. All right. What say you, cards? We're going to pull a few here. right, we're going to pull a few here. Get my question here so I can keep that where I can see it. All right. Your present situation is to be fair. To be fair. Things that need to change because of the what is causing conflict, what needs to change, your strengths or what is helping you, your challenges, and your final outcome. Okay. All right. So your current situation, your question is the next step in your life path. Currently, you are in the mindset of you want to be fair. You want the scales to be balanced. And you have the wisdom. There's that owl again. We've been seeing lots of owls today. And this card is an 11. So you want to be fair right now. Now, coming to the edge. This is an obstacle for you. Okay, let me contemplate here for a minute. Okay, the changes you needed in order to face the challenges. Mending. There's a 7 again. There's a 7. Mending. What is helping you is keeping your poise. Hold your ground is what is helping you. And whatever decision you make, hold your ground. That is what is helping you. And what is hindering you or keeping you from moving to the next step and aligning with it is your loyal heart. Move my camera just a little bit. Is your loyal heart. Trying to be loyal to something that doesn't deserve your loyalty. That is a weakness, and that is also a challenge, because, and I'm looking at this card, and I'm looking at these faces here. I'm looking, staring each other down, and I'm looking also here at these two owls. Again, we keep seeing these owls. So the wisdom is here to know what to do. But you want to know what your next step is and how you can align with it. I'm going to need to get clarification on what your next step is, but how you can align with it is very clear here. Hold your position. And then right here is the final outcome, serendipity, which is basically like synchronicity. Things happening at the right time, at the right place, and you being aware of that. Good luck and good fortune. The alignment of events is the final outcome for you. So this is how you do it. Stay 10 toes down in your position. You already know right here that it's going to all line up perfectly. But this right here is your weakness. Being loyal to somebody that ain't showing you everything. Because you see here, you see a face down here, but it's not real clear. And it's got a heart right there. Your heart is still in some things it shouldn't be in. and the loyalty is there. But hold your ground. If you stepped away, you've gone to the edge here. This is the cause of the obstacles, is that you have decided that I'm going over here on my own lane and I'm holding my poise. I'm holding my ground. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. But at the same time, in your current situation, you want to be fair. Well, my suggestion is to determine what is fair. Changes that is needed, or that are needed, in order for you to face the challenges. And the challenge is this. You're going to have to mend something new. Because the challenge is this loyalty to something that is not reciprocating the loyalty to you. Because if you fold these owls over, they'll make a heart. So it's not, that's the challenge. This right here is not happening. What is being given is not being returned back. And so you, in order to correct that, you're going to have to mend something new. This card is mending. And they're sitting here mending something completely new, while sitting here on a spool of thread. So that is how you can get in alignment with your next step. And I'm going to say, based on what is here in these cards, is your next step in your life is to do what is here. Stand your ground. Because at the end of the day, the final outcome is everything that needs to line up is going to line up. Serendipity. That means shit is happening at the right time, divine timing, with the right people and the right place. That is your final outcome here. So there is a lot going on here dealing with the heart. There's hearts here. There's hearts here. And if you look here, even in being poised, look at the shape of these wings, the heart. So your heart is too in this. Now I'm going to see if I can get an oracle here for direction for Pat L. Because it's clear here to me in the cards what needs to happen here. I think your question has been answered, but I want a little bit more clarity. So give me, what advice can I give Pat L? Well, I'm going to take all of those. So we got right person. There is a person that is in your energy that is giving you good information that's going to help you to grow. You need to nurture this relationship. It holds the potential for mutual growth and support for this phase of your journey. So your next step, there is somebody that is giving you good advice, that know what the hell they talking about, whoever that is for you. Now, we also got bad advice here. You're listening to voices that don't know. Damn it, didn't I just say there's somebody that know what the hell they talking about? But you listening to somebody, you listening to voices that don't know the way, that don't take guidance from those in a worse position than you. They can't. My. I'm going to read that again. You're listening to voices that don't know the way. Do not take guidance from those in worse positions than you. They cannot lead you to where you want to go. Damn it, that sums it up. But let's go and look at this last card. Unseen. There are factors you haven't yet considered.
Okay, this is to tie up the last of Pat L's message. Just at the tail end of your reading, Pat L, I was on the unseen card and everything just ended right before that. So I'm going to read what's on the card, unseen. There are factors you haven't yet considered. Look beyond the obvious for hidden elements that could impact your decisions before making a move. So I'm just going to end it there. But that is going to be the end of your reading, and we're going to end it there. Okay, everybody, I want to appreciate everybody for sending in your questions. I hope the readings have been helpful. This has been Miss C on the Vine. And until next time, I will see you then. You have a great and enlightened day.